Hello and welcome into Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex as we have a heck of a show for you guys today. Starting us off will be the Sorority version of Auburn IM Softball Champ Night. This is, of course, the first of 5 games, this one being the Sorority. We'll have small frat, then large frat, then men's independent before ending the night with the co-rec championship. It is sure to be a good one. My name's Noah Phillips. Carson Meyer is to my right. Carson, how are you feeling today?
I'm just excited. It's a beautiful day to play some softball. Got some good matchups ahead. See what we get.
It is for sure going to be a great one. Chi O in the red, Alpha Z in the blue. They'll be the away team while Chi O will be the home team, pitching first here at Field 16. Of course, this is not the first time we have been at an Auburn intramural champ night. Of course, the first was back in Jordan-Hare earlier on in this school year, and the second was over in the rec centers. This pitch is going to go inside, and I believe it's going to hit the ground before it hits our batter. That's number 30, Kerry Helt, in the batter's box for Alpha Z.
Count already 2-1. They all start 1-1.
That is a big hit that goes to the shortstop. It's caught, and that is going to be an out on the first batter. Of course, like you said, it was a 2-1 count, all count start, 1-1. This one is going to hit the ground before it hits the base. This is number 75, Kimberly Parter, this time up at the plate, and it's Emily Alvin in the mound for Chi O. 0-0 is your score. 2-1 is your count. That one swung on. It'll be 2-2.
Big swing there. Make contact with that one. It's going to go a long ways.
Pitch is up in the air. Big swing on the ground towards the third baseman. This one is fielded hardly. That one's up in the air, but it's safe. Kimberly Parter gets the infield single. Shaping up to be a good one inside the Auburn Sportsplex. 49 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock here in the top of the first. That one swung hard, hit hard to left field. This one's on the ground, and it gets past the left fielder. Coming around third is Kimberly Parker. She could make it. This one's at the fence. Kimberly's going to score. Could be an inside the Parker, folks. This one's coming in. It is safe, 2-0. Alpha Z take an early lead in the top of the first.
You could just tell from her stance right there before the pitch was even thrown, she was going to have a nice hit there. You could tell. Very ready. Certainly has played some softball in her life.
Alpha Z taking a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the first. 1 out already. This one's going to hit the dirt before it can go across the plate. Savannah Shoemaker up at the plate for Alpha Z. 3-1 is your count. Remember, folks, it is a 1-1 count to start us off here. This one's up in the air. That one is a ball. That'll be ball 4 as Shoemaker takes her place. Pitching again for Chi O is number 5, Emily Allen.
A good start here from Alpha G Delta. Chi O had a nice play there to start the game, but kind of a rough few hitters here.
That one doesn't make it across the heart of the plate. Ball 2. This one's up in the air again. This one doesn't even make it inside the batter's box. Trying to get a number on who's at the plate right now for Alpha Z. They're up 2-0. 3-1 count. Up in the air. Ball 4 takes your base. Runners on first and second. That's number 6, Emily White, the captain of this Alpha Z team, taking her spot at first base. Next up, number 63, Danielle Tackett takes ball 2. So used to saying ball 1 and instead of ball 2. Next pitch, that one's going to be across the plate for strike 2. 2-2 count, 1 out, runners on first and second for Alpha Z.
That pitch was right in the happy zone there.
That one falls to the ground. That'll make the count full. 3-2 is your count for number 63, Tackett. We'll take ball number 4. And it'll be bases loaded for Alpha Z with 1 out. They've already done damage, making it 2-0.
Rough start here from Kaio, now in a pinch. Need to make an out here.
This one hits the ground before it can hit the, this one is number 23, Allie Story at the plate. She'll take her first strike. 2-2 is your count. Story swings at that one. That's going to be strike number 3. Bases loaded now with 2 outs. Alpha Z already doing damage. 2-0 is your score here in the top half of the first. Next up, number 70, Allison Wemper will take ball number 2, 2-1 count.
It's a big strikeout there from Alpha Z in a big spot. Needed to make an out there.
This one falls just outside. 3-1 is your count.
Wind starting to pick up here. Field 16.
That one is a walk, and it'll be 3-0 after Wampler gets across a run with the walk. 2 outs, bases still loaded now for number 80, Perry Hall. That one, it will be ball 2. 2-1 is your count.
Seems to be missing here in the same spot, bouncing it a couple inches in front of the plate. Maybe a bit of an overcorrection there as it sails over the head of the batter.
3-1 is now your count. Still 2 outs. Alpha Z has done some damage. 3-0 is your score. This one up in the air again. Also will fall in for a strike. 3-2 is now your count. This one's up in the air. Hit hard to the pitcher. It's caught, and that is going to be out number 3 here in the bottom of the first. Alpha Z strands 3, but had 3 come across themselves. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll have more action. Bottom of the first action as Kaio tries to even up that 3-0 deficit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex here at Field 16. Kaio is playing Alpha Z. Alpha Z scorched the scoreboard 3-0 in that top half of the first. Now it'll be Kaio's opportunity to even up the odds. Carson, what'd you see?
Well, I saw Kaio give the Alpha G a lot of what.
Holly Robinson's going to hit this one hard to third base. Long throw is not in time. Robinson gets it in there. A quick and fast start for Kaio.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is it seemed like Kaio gave them a lot, blocked a lot of runs in. Can't do that in this kind of game. Got to make people work. If you put the ball in play, your odds of getting on base are pretty good, as you just saw.
Another big hit, this time to the pitcher. She bobbles it. This one is going to be out, and that was Kylie Bell hitting that time for Kaio. 1 out on the board now. 3-0 is still your score. Alpha Z had that big first half inning. This time, number 10 for Kaio is up at the plate. This one hit hard back towards the middle. This one will get through. This could score 1. They're going to send her home. They'll cut it off. This one will go in. It's then too late. Kaio gets 1 on a triple. This one, that throw to the third baseman is caught, and that'll stop the bleeding. 3-1. Alpha Z still leads.
Well, great hit here. The Kaio team seems to definitely be more of an offensive squad so far. Couple of hard-hit balls.
This one hit hard to the third baseman. It's bobbled. That's going to score one on the error. She'll get through. That was number 7, Madison Hudson.
Another hard-hit ball, just keeping the line moving here, Kyo.
3-2 is your score. Alpha Z still lead. This pitch, a little bit too high for her liking. It'll be 2-1 is the count now. This one's up in the air. That'll be strike 2. 2-2's now your count. Number 5, Emily Allen, up at the plate now for Kyo.
Kyo pitcher here.
That one outside. 3-2's your count, 1 out. This one swung hard and hit hard back to the pitcher. That'll be out number 2 here in the bottom half of the first. Kyo down by 1.
Well, moved the runner over there. Now a chance, runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. Chance to make something happen, even up the scoreboard.
First pitch of the at-bat falls short. 2-1 is now your count.
Well, she looked to be take all the way there. Just let that one kind of bounce at her feet. Just need a base runner here if you're Kyo. I like that approach.
This one on the outside, 3-1 now your count. Reminder, folks, it starts at a 1-1 count. This pitch is up in the air, and it falls that'll be ball number 4. Kyo has runners on second and first, the tying run of which is on second.
Well, she looked a bit like a kid on Christmas there when she found out she got first. A big smile on her face as she jogged down.
Olivia Furman takes first pitch, hacking up to the second baseman who drops it, and they're going to stop it at first. This one might come in to score, and she does. Kyo evens up the odds, 3-3 here in the bottom half of the first.
Which is running all over the place as this Kyo team. We saw it on that 3-2. The throw came home, advanced on that, and now this, making errors in the field, and Kyo is capitalizing.
1-1's your count. Leading run is on third for Kyo. This one will fall inside. That's strike 2. 1-2 is your count. Number 3, Elizabeth Katz, is going to take that one now. It's a 2-2 count. 1 strike away from Alpha Z getting out of this pickle. This one's up in the air. It's swung hard back towards foul. That'll be out number 3. Of course, folks, if you foul on 2 strikes, that is an out, and that was out number 3. Kyo evens the odds, 3-3 here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. We'll have second inning action when we come back. Welcome back to the Auburn Sportsplex. It is second half action here in the Auburn Intramural Softball Championship. The sorority game is first up, and it has gotten off to a quick start. 3-3 is your score. Alpha Z had a big first half, and it was responded by Kyo. This pitch is hit on and swung hard out to left field. Left fielder is underneath it. She can't get to that one, and Alpha Z starts this one off with a leadoff double. That was number 30, Carly Het.
Just one of those players you could tell by the way when she stepped into the box that she had played a little bit of softball in her life. Just a good stance and a solid swing and a extra base hit.
This one stepped out of the box, and she still swung on it. That's number 75, Kimberly Prider, as she'll take strike number 2. 1-2 is your count. 0 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. It falls outside. 2-2 now your count. Folks, if you're watching along with us here on WEGL's YouTube, feel free to leave us a comment. Let us know if you want to see anything. This one will fall outside. Hopefully you did not catch what the pitcher just said.
It's a high-intensity game. Can't blame her. Getting a little bit upset.
Full count is just inside. That'll be ball 4. Bratter takes her base. Again, number 5, Emily Allen, taking circle today for Kyo. Elena Phillips takes a first pitch hack to the first baseman, and it's caught. That'll be out number 2 in the top half of the second.
Pretty routine play there for Kyo, but we've seen a few errors on fly balls just like that, so making sure you look it into the mid is big here.
Savannah Shoemaker now up to the plate for Alpha Z. It's up in the air. It's swung hard out to center field. This one will get down. Will she come home from second? There's your cutoff to the pitcher, and Emily Allen catches it, and that'll kill it. 3-3 still your score. 2 outs here in the top half of the second for Alpha Z.
Heck of a play there in center field to get that ball in. I thought for sure that would be a run. Very hard hit. Great relay in.
This one will be taken for a ball. 2-1 is your count. It is swung on and hit back towards center of the infield. This one gets past. That'll be 1. And they will have to throw it into home. That's going to be caught, and that is something. Good Lord, that's going to be safe. 2 runs come across for Alpha Z. 5-2 is now your score after something happened there at home plate.
Well, I don't think the catcher knew she had to tag the runner coming home, and so stepped on home plate, but then the runner missed home, and another opportunity actually came for the tag, and then it was just a scramble for the plate that the runner ended up winning.
This one hits just in front of home plate. That'll be a 3-1 count. Alpha Z looking to continue their lead. This one's up in the air. It'll be just inside. 3-2 count. It's up in the air. And it is strike number 3. That'll be the second out of the top of the second.
I liked the punch-out motion there from our umpire.
Allie Story up to bat now. That one will fall through the batter's box.
Of course, if you think umpiring is something that you want to do, head over to the Auburn Rec. They're hiring for all their refereeing.
This one's up in the air, not wrangled in by the catcher. 5-3 is your score. Alpha Z leads. 2-2 count. Number 23, Allie Story, retakes her spot in the batter's box. Up in the air, swung hard past the middle. That's a catch from the shortstop there. A fantastic job. Fooled my eyes. I thought I had a little bit of run in it. But either way, Alpha Z takes home 2 to make it 5-3 in the top half of the second. We'll have bottom of the second action. We come back here on WEGL 91.1 FM. And welcome back into the Auburn Intramural Softball Champ Night. My name's Noah Phillips. Carson Meyer next to me. Alpha Z will be pitching here in the bottom half of the second. They lead 5-3 over Kyo. Carson, how are we feeling?
Feeling good. High-scoring game. A few nice defensive web gems we've seen and a lot of hard-hit balls. So we're in for a good one here, I think.
That pitch is swung on and missed. That's number 31 for Kyo. 1-2 count. Will go way outside. 2-1, 2-2 count.
First baseman for Alpha Z, ready for anything, already on first.
Swung into the dirt. That'll be a foul ball, strike 3. Reminder, folks, 2 strikes and a foul ball. That is as good as a strikeout here at Auburn Intramural Softball Champ Night.
Couple of rule changes from our classic look at softball, but productive ones, I think.
Swung hard to the shortstop. This one's fielded. A throw is going to be too late. That was number 14, Holly Robinson, making that single.
I think you might be able to call it Ricky Henderson, a speedster getting down the line there.
Callie Bell now up for Kyo. Here's your pitch. That one will fall outside and high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
She's missed up and away a few times here. Just take a step off and refocus.
This pitch is up. It's swung hard towards the right half of the infield. They're going to have a runner on third and first after that one is missed by the second baseman.
And that's how you're going to win this game, just putting balls in play. Not easy plays to make on this turf. The ball comes fast. Base paths are short. I believe it's only about 60 feet between bases. So putting the ball in play, very productive way to score runs.
That one will be ball 2. Ronder starts off 1-1. Not your regular 0-0. 2-1. His pitch. Inside. 3-1. Check of the Elwood scoreboard. Kentucky currently leads over the Auburn Tigers 1-0 at the end of the first inning over in J.B. Moore Field. This pitch is up. It's swung hard, hit to the left. That's pretty high up. Looks like it'll be dropped, but it'll be pronounced foul.
Good job by our umpire getting in a position where he could make a fair call on that one. I think he got it right. Looked like it landed just about a foot or 2 foul.
3-2 is now your count. Alpha Z pitching and having a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is up. That'll be outside. Take your base. Bases are now loaded for Kyo. That brings up number 7, Madison Hudson, with an opportunity to gain the lead with 1 swing of the bat. Pitch is up. That'll be ball 2. 2-1's now your count.
Pitcher not happy with that call, but I think he got it right. Came in just a little bit high.
This one outside. 3-1 now your count. Another ball, and Alpha Z's lead of 2 becomes 1.
Well, I don't think they're doing it intentionally, but I don't think putting her on would be the worst thing in the world. Limit the damage to just 1 run.
That one's hit hard to the third baseman. A catch, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Well, there you go. That's what I was saying. She looked like she had a lot of power in her stance, and she did. That ball, they call it the hot corner for a reason over there at third. Came off the bat about 100 miles an hour.
Emily Allen, 2 outs and an opportunity to score some runs. Here's the pitch. Way, way up high. 2-1. Pitch is up. It's swung and missed.
Ooh. A good dig behind the dish there. Number 10 for Alpha G.
Here's the pitch. Way, way outside and way too high. That'll be a ball.
You do need a 6 to 12 foot arc on every pitch or it is ruled illegal. I think she got all of the 12 feet on that one.
Full count. Here's the pitch inside. That'll be ball 4, and Kyo will eliminate the lead to 1. 5-4. Now your score.
Kyo a chance to tie it up here, and
That one.
hit by pitch, but I believe it just goes as a ball here.
That it does, Carson. 2-1 is your count, and there's a kid in the somewhere over there. That one hits the ground as well. 3-1 now your count.
It's a beautiful day to be at the ballpark. Few people walking around.
See some Coyote players hitting the take signal. It's up, and it's swung on. Full count now, Coyote.
Haven't seen many swings and misses today. That one came a little in on her hands. Probably would have been called a ball.
Full count. Here's the pitch. It's way outside. And Coyote will tie this thing back up at 5 in the bottom half of the second.
Good eye there. Second walk for the Coyote catcher, and that's going to force an Alpha G pitching change here. So a few warm-up pitches we'll see.
Indeed we will. And Carson, it is such a great day to be here in the Auburn Sportsplex. It's starting to get a little bit hotter here in the south. I know you're one of them Yankees that's up there from the north. I know you don't have any experience with humidity, but how are you feeling about the weather?
Well, I hate it, to say the least. Don't like sweating a lot when I'm not in the gym, and that's pretty much all I do when it gets to be humid here. So not a big fan of that. I do love going outside and not freezing. I will say that, being able to use all of my fingers for the entire day. It's nice.
Either way, 1-1 count with 2 outs. Bases loaded now for Coyote, trying to add some runs to the tie game. It's number 8, Olivia Furman, who takes the first pitch for a ball. Here's the pitch, ball 2.
Beautiful day here. About 65 degrees and sunny.
New pitcher for Alpha Z. Can't get a number, but that one will be a strike. Never mind, that is going to be a ball, and Coyote will take their first lead of the ball game, 6-5 after that one falls outside.
Just have to find a way to stop the bleeding here if you're Alpha G. You're going to need somebody to come up big on defense here if the ball gets put in play. A lot of these Coyote pitchers look to be take all the way.
Captain of Coyote, Elizabeth Cass, takes the first strike. It'll be 2-2 after that one goes outside. Here's the pitch. It is inside. We'll have a full count.
She didn't take a lot of time between pitches there, and you kind of saw the result where it rolled behind the batter. I think she just needs to take a beat.
Pitch is up, and that'll be take your base. Coyote 7-5 here in the bottom half of the second.
Well, game plan looks pretty clear here for Coyote. Make them throw you a strike.
Pitch is up, and that one's also going to hit the dirt. Still trying to get a number on the Alpha Z pitcher. Here's the pitch. It'll fall outside. 3-1. Now your count. 14, Holly Robinson up at the plate. That one will be ball 4. And Coyote will make it 8-5.
And another pitching change here will actually just flip-flop the battery as the pitcher comes behind the dish, and our catcher will head out to the circle.
That was number 75, Kimberly Protter, pitching for Alpha Z, and Elena Phillips goes into the circle for Alpha Z. Again, a great day, almost like every day here at Auburn University. Another fantastic day on the Plains. Finals are coming up for us, Carson. Are you excited for those?
I mean, I can't really think of anything I would rather be doing than taking tests for a whole week. Just can't wait to prove my academic prowess.
That is a strike one. That's going to be hit hard to left field. That's going to get down. One's going to come across for Coyote. Two's going to come across for Coyote. Three's probably about to come across for Coyote. And this one is going to be an inside the Parker, folks. 4 runs come across for Coyote. 11-5 is your score after number 14, Holly Robinson, smashes one down the left field line.
Well, you said it right there. That ball was just whacked into left field. No chance, really. It was just how fast can you get to home there for the Coyote base runners.
That one's a strike. It'll get across. Number 15, Kylie Bell. She's going to get a hit there, and that one is bad. That's going to be an out, number 3, as we're going to go to the top of the third. Do not go anywhere, folks. We'll have more action coming up in just a moment. That pitch falls just inside as I struggle to hit LaxCam 1 to make sure we have a live broadcast for you folks. But welcome back in to field number 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. Kai makes it 12-5 here in that previous inning. Went on a big run to take the lead back from Alpha Z.
Well, the sun kind of setting. We mentioned that a little bit last inning. Now a shadow creeping over home. Wonder how much that's going to affect hitters as the ball kind of floats in a little more here in slow pitch.
Allison Wampter takes the base as that was ball 4. This one's up in the air, and it'll be ball 2 for number 80, Pear Hall. 2-1. Swung hard, hit towards the first base slide, and that's going to fall inside for a foul ball. 2-2 now your count.
Well, great effort there from the Kaio players who really had a chance. Pitcher, catcher, and first baseman try and get over there. Kind of just fell into no man's land.
There's your pitch. It's hit hard towards center field. That one's going to get down, but they'll stop her at second. That's number 70, Allison Wempter at second, and number 80, Perry Hall, with a fantastic single towards center field.
Well, there you go. For Alpha Z Delta, that's all you really need to do right now is kind of just get bat on ball and run the base, hope for the best, really. Just go station to station here. You have
a pretty surmountable deficit to overcome, so just take this one step by step. I think that's their best bet.
Number 30, Carly Het, coming up that one swung hard again towards center field. This one is able to get underneath. The throw back to second's not in time. They'll have to settle for just one out.
Well, pretty good effort out there in center. A bit of a breadbasket catch. Kind of just stuck the glove out and hope for the best. But a good attempt there on the double play, too. Great heads-up play all around.
1 out, 1-1. Runners on second and first. That one falls just in front. Number 75, Kimberly Prater, in the batter's box. That one's strike number 1. 2-2's your count. Ball is up. It's swung hard. This one again in the air towards first base. It is dropped just out. That's going to be ruled a foul ball and an out, as that was the third strike. 2 outs now for Alpha Z, and they need something in a big way to grab those runs back.
Well, just a reminder, we have 4 more games after this one as players arrive for the small fraternity game that will take place here next.
That one swung and dribbled towards first base on the right of the foul line. 12-5 is currently your score. 10, Elena Phillips up to bat. This one is going to hit in front of the plate. 1-2-2 your count. 2 outs, runners on second and first for Alpha Z. This one's up, and that one's hit hard towards left field. This one cannot be gotten underneath of, as at least one's going to come in to score for Alpha Z. And they're going to hold her at third. Runners now on second and third with 2 outs, but a little bit of damage has gotten back into that Coyote lead. 12-6 is currently your score.
Well, that one was one of the better hits we've seen tonight, I think. A nice line drive, just bounced in front of the left fielders. The outfield kind of pushed back since the first batter of the inning here. That one just dropped right in front.
Number 1, Savannah Shoemaker, up to the plate. Took the first strike of the at-bat, 1-2. 2-2 now for Shoemaker. Still number 5, Emily Allen in the circle for Kyo. 2-2. Pitch is outside. That'll be a full count. 12-6. Kyo leads after a big bottom of the second. Alpha Z is going to hit that one down the line. They'll rule it fair. At least 2 will come in. Let's see how far Shoemaker can go. Shoemaker takes second. She's going towards third. She might take 4. And that's going to be off the third baseman. And hit Shoemaker in the face. She slid in, but either way, 2 come across. That's 2 RBIs for Shoemaker, and Alpha Z needed it in a big way.
Well, great rip there from Shoemaker into left field. Didn't even think about stopping when she rounded second, and just kind of a little bit of an awkward slide in there.
Emily White hits that one over the pitcher. That's going to be another one. The Shoemaker comes in to score. 12-9. Now your score here in the Sorority Auburn intramural softball game.
Well, just kind of putting bat to ball, like I said earlier in this inning, that's what they needed to do, is just keep the line moving, and that's what they've done here. A little bit of a 2-out rally for Alpha Z.
This one falls inside. That's number 23, Allie Story, up the plate. This one is swung at. Excuse me, that's number 63, Danielle Tackett. Can't tell my 2s and my 6s apart, folks. I'm sorry. 2-2 is your count. 2 outs, runner at first. This one up in the air. That'll be a full count. Here's the pitch. Swung in the dirt back towards the pitcher. Pitcher receives it and throws it over the first, and that'll be all she wrote for the top half of the third. Do not go anywhere, folks. We'll have more action when we come back here on WEGL 91.1 FM on our YouTube. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex here at Field 16. We're going to be here all night, folks, for this first one, the Sorority Softball Championships. Kyo is in the lead by 2, and they'll have an opportunity to add some more runs. Noah Phillips, Carson Meyer next to me, and we're about to get this one back underway. That one falls outside. Alpha Z looking to hold the runs to 0. Falls outside again. 3-1's your count. Remember, all counts start off 1-1. Swung hard out to a left field. Left fielder creeping in just a little bit too much. It gets behind her. She goes to second. She's probably going to get 3. She might get 4, folks. Throw comes in from left. She's going to go all the way. That's another inside the park home run. 13-10. Kyo leads the way.
Well, I was just about to say, we've seen a lot of offense. I was looking to see a little bit more defensive prowess, maybe, but, I mean, really nothing they could do there if you're Alpha Z Delta. That one, a gap shot. Really no shot.
1-1. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be just a bit too high. 2-1 now, the count.
Take a look at the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn has tied it up over at Jane B. Moore Field against number 23 Kentucky in the bottom of the second.
There's strike 2. It'll be a full count. This one is up, and that's a hard hit to left. Left fielder ranging back for it. She drops it. That's 1. Goes to 2. She's going to go for 3, folks. That's number 7, Madison Hudson. Hudson is going to go all the way, 14-10 when she hits home plate. Kaio scores another one.
Well, back-to-back jacks there for Kaio, and again, that one a little bit more of a error, I would say, than the previous, in and out of the glove of the left fielder there.
Pep talk now between the first baseman and the pitcher.
Just a tough break there if you're Alpha Z Delta. You feel like you got a few runs back there in the bottom of the second. Now you head, or excuse me, the top of the third. Now you head to the bottom half, hoping to hold Kaio, and starting off like that is tough.
Emily Allen now at the plate for Kaio, and you see her kind of trail towards the left side of that batter's box, then step in for the swing. As that is going to be an out, as that say that's a foul. Tricked my eyes, Carson, but either way, that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom half of the third.
Well, fooled me a little bit, too. I think I heard a little bit of a nick on the bat, though. Foul ball. That rule takes a little bit of getting used to.
2-1. Ball's hit hard back towards the pitcher. She can't get to it. Throw comes in from center field. That one's going to be thrown just a little bit too far to the right, and Kaio has a runner on first with 1 out.
Well, she's reached base all 3 times up for Kaio. 2 walks, and now a base hit, hard hit up the middle there.
Now the pitcher, number 10, Elena Phillips, making some adjustments to her infield and outfield. As there's the pitch. That one would have been outside, but a swing by number 8, Olivia Foreman, makes it a strike. 1-2 count.
A lot of room out in right center field as the center fielder shaded a little bit into left, and the right fielder pulled all the way in almost onto the infield.
2-2 count for number 8, Furman. That one swung hard in the air. Pitcher catches it. She's not at first. That's going to be another out. A double play. The pitcher does it herself. Elena Phillips, a great play from her to end the bottom half of the third. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the top of the fourth when we come back on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Kaio leads by 4 here in the top half of the fourth as that pitch falls inside for ball 2. Number 23, Allie Story up at the plate. Swung hard. That one might get through. It does not. On a hop, doesn't make the throw as Allie Story gets in and field single.
Well, that would have been one of the more impressive plays, not only this game, but that we'll see tonight if she somehow found a way to get the out at first there.
Could have jetered it. Could have made the hop,
Give her credit. Keeping it in front of her, though, it prevents extra bases.
It does indeed.
We've seen a few get out of hand a little bit.
Allison Lampter up to the plate. That one's going to hit the ground. I believe it is a 3-1 count. Runner on first for Alpha Z. 0 outs. Here's the pitch. That one will fall outside. Take your base. Wampler. Runners on second and first now for Alpha Z. 0 out still as number 80, Perry Hall, comes up to plate. This one's up in the air. That one could have hit her.
Almost did. Not much of an effort to get out of the way of that one, but Bat never really even left the shoulder. Feel like taking a make or throw you a strike kind of approach here.
Hall swings to that one. Up in the air at the first baseman. She drops it. Infield fly, maybe. I don't really know. Looking towards the umpire for the call. Is they're going to call one out.
One out there. I think she did get the tag there. I was surprised we didn't see an infield fly call. Definitely could have there.
Carly Het comes up the plate with one out and runners on second and first.
Oh, man.
Heck of a hit ball there.
And heads up on the concourse.
That one might go and hit the lacrosse fields down there. Of course, elsewhere on this YouTube channel, on WEGL 91 FM's YouTube channel, Auburn Lacrosse. You can find all the home games right there.
A brainchild of our very own Noah Phillips.
Thank you. This one up in the air. That one's going to be missed. That's going to be strike number 3, and that's the second out of the inning. Top half of the fourth. Number 75, Kimberly Prater, comes up as that one falls inside. 2-1 is now your count. That is a strike, and now it's 2-2.
Upset that she offered at that one, knew that's going to be one that she wants back.
2-2, 2 outs. That one hits the plate just in front. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swung hard out towards the outfield. This one hits the ground. Alpha Z looks to score one. There's a throw in. Cut off by the first baseman as they'll give it back to number 5, Allen, as bleeding has occurred. 15-10. IO adds a run.
Alpha Z here getting some runs, but 2 outs still. Got to keep the line moving here. Maybe tack on a few more.
Big hit there from number 10, Elena Phillips. This one out to left field as one will score as they will contain the runner at second.
Well, there you go. Just kind of chipping away at this at this Kyo lead.
Sorry, folks. I know we're having a little bit of cutting out on our picture. That one is going to hit the ground.
Sun fully set almost over the field. Only the left fielder really having trouble out there. And
3-1 is now your count.
should see the lights come on here soon.
Here's the pitch. Just inside. Strike number 2. That's number 1, Savannah Shoemaker. Back up to the plate. We got some music from the frats behind us.
Beautiful houses, I'll say. Driving in here.
They're partying on a Monday, folks.
Well, what better way to cap off the semester than some Monday night parties and intramural softball championships? Umpires having a bit of a discussion.
Bases loaded opportunity with 2 outs. Goes to number 8. Number 6, Emily White, the captain of this team. She's going to take a hit. That hits the kneecap of the third baseman. That'll score 1. And Alpha Z makes it 14-13 here in the top half of the fourth.
The hot corner is a tough place to play always. Takes that one. Nicked her glove maybe just right off of the shin. Right below the knee there. Never feels good. But at the end of the day, she did keep it in front of her. Prevented another run or 2 from coming in. So
Danielle Tackett now at the plate. She takes the first pitch as a ball. This one back up in the air. It'll be ball 3. It's a full count. No, it's 3-1. I was right. Scoreboard's messing me up. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 3-2 is now your count. It starts off 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside. That'll score 1 for Alpha Z. 14-14 is now your score as 63 Danielle Tackett takes a walk, and number 10 Elena Phillips comes in to score. This is the pitch. It's swung hard into the air as this one goes down the first base line. There's a throw that does not make it in time, and now Alpha Z will have the lead 15-14, make that 16-14, and maybe even, no, excuse me, it's going to be number 63, Tackett, who has to go back to third as she ran through the line there and wasn't on it.
Well, just really a play there that should have never really happened. That ball, a lot of spin on it. I, in my opinion, thought it might roll foul or spin foul, but picked up by the catcher, tried to get the out at first. And disaster strikes for Kai-O here.
Pitch one is a ball. 2-1's your count. Here's the pitch. That'll hit the plate exactly. It'll be 3-1. Still 2 outs for Alpha Z. Excuse me, the score is actually 15-4. Here's the pitch. That one's going to hit the plate exactly, as that'll be ball 4.
Good stop from our umpire there.
Alpha Z back to a bases loaded scenario. Here's the pitch. It's up in the air, back behind the second baseman. That'll score at least 1. Tackett comes in to score. 16-14 is now your score here in the Sorority Softball Championships.
Well, Alpha Z able to turn this one around here in the 4th. There's a left field.
Big hit there by number 30, Carly Het, as that one's going to get through. This one may be an inside the Parker, folks. It's at least going to score 2. It's at least going to score 3. And this time, Het is going to come in for the inside the Parker. Make it 20-14, folks. Alpha Z is putting up football numbers.
Exactly, 20-14. A score you'd expect to see over in Jordan-Hare Stadium. But, yeah, I think they were actually expecting a big hit there. The shortstop and left field switched positions there and just over the center fielder's head, really no shot.
Heard the center fielder say it's not over yet, ladies, for Kai-O.
Something I've noticed this evening is the support. Good or bad plays, teammates always cheering each other on.
Here's the pitch. That'll be a strike. 1-2 is your count. 2 outs again for Alpha Z. That's number 75, Kimberly Prater at the line. That one's hit hard to the third baseman. It'll bounce off the glove, and it'll be safe at first. Alpha Z back to having a runner at first with 2 outs. Lana Phillips will take the first pitch as a strike. 1-2 to Phillips. Top half of the 4th here. Swung hard out towards left. That one will get through, as Alpha Z will now have runners at second and first with 2 outs.
And I'll add here that they've been doing this all with 2 outs this inning. Most of these runs coming with 2 outs, just out. Kai-O struggling to get off of the field here.
I'll be honest with you, Carson, I don't see any hats. They're doing this without a 2-out rally hat.
They
Folks,
are.
that is
Unprecedented.
Yeah, it's all the words in the English language. That means that shouldn't happen. It's up and it's inside. 3-1's now your count.
The Auburn softball team has several hats for their rallies.
They do indeed. Here's the pitch. That'll be a strike. That'll be a full count. 2 outs here.
Auburn softball still tied over at J&B Moore Field in the top of the 4th. Only game this afternoon.
Here's the pitch. And that one will be ball 4. Full at the base pads now for Alpha Z. 20-14 is your score as number 6, Emily White, comes up to bat for Alpha Z. The sororities need mascots.
I would agree. I think that would spice up this game a little bit.
They do.
Not that there hasn't been a load of action.
There's your pitch. That'll fall to the right, to the shortstop. There's your flick. That is an out. 20-14. Alpha Z takes the lead here in the fourth. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll have more action in just a moment. Welcome back in the Auburn Sportsplex. Alpha Z takes it a commanding 20-14 lead as that first pitch is a strike here in the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard towards the second baseman. There's a catch and a throw. Out number one. Bottom of the fourth. Action here on a Monday night. Couple more sleeps for me and Carson, and we'll be taking finals.
Cannot wait.
That is a swinging strike there. 1-2 is now your count.
What better way, really, to prepare for finals than some intramural softball championships? You have 5 games tonight, including this one.
Could be studying. There's a pitch that is fouled, and that's going to be an out number 2. Reminder, folks, 2 strike fouls are an out.
Well, Noah, back to your previous point, I do hope you're joking about studying for finals.
I'm not. That is a hard hit ball back to the pitcher. Hit off the shoulder. That's going to be an out. That's a safe there. Just a little bit behind was the throw from pitcher number 10, Elena Phillips. I said shoulder earlier. That may have caught her chin.
Well, one of the better plays we've seen tonight on the defensive end to fire that thing over to first. We saw a really nice one from shortstop as the first out of this game.
Callie Bell up to bat for Kyo. That pitch is outside. 20-14 is your score. Alpha Z leads by a touchdown. That one, foul ball. 2-2's now your count. Bell. Because on our sheet here that Chi Omega wearing yellow. That's just not true.
It is not. More of a red in my opinion.
Here's
Yellow
the
numbers.
pitch. It is outside for ball number 4 as Callie Bell takes her bat.
Going to need the lights here soon. They are on, but they don't really face the field.
No, they do not, but as things get bright, it's a long fly ball out to left field, and it is caught for out number 3. Alpha Z holds on to their lead 20-14 as we go to the top of the 5th. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. It's a Monday night and we're here at the Sportsplex. Alpha Z leads 20-14 in the top of the fifth. I'm Noah Phillips and Carson Myers next to me. I really can't sing. Here's the pitch. That one falls outside, ball two.
That a real song there?
Yes, it is a parody of There's Your Swing hitting the ground. That one goes back to the pitcher. That is an out. Out number one. That was number 63, Danielle Tackett, taking the swing there. It is actually a real song. It is a play on It's Another Saturday Night by Sam Cooke. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Strike two.
I was going to say you should trademark it. Very catchy.
I do not have the musical prowess of Sam Cooke. He probably just rolled over in his grave. There's a swing that'll go towards the third base line as it'll fall just foul, and that'll be an out number two, as that was the third strike of the at-bat.
Well, good catch there from our umpires to see that one roll foul. No, if I wanted to be an umpire, where do I go?
You go right over to the Auburn Rec, sign up for their many jobs. They do hire more than referees, but the referees that I've seen have been some of the best in the business.
So, yeah, I umpired a lot when I was back in my high school days. A lot of fun, I will say that. Get to be close to the action.
3-1 is your count. 2 outs here for Alpha Z. That'll be a strike. We'll go to the full count.
And they may teach you things like that. You see the impressive move from our home plate umpire to kick that ball back up.
I don't think that can be taught. You just have to know how to do that.
Born with it.
Here's the pitch. It'll be just outside. Take your bag. Number 70, Allison Wampler. Is starting. As the sun continues to drop, it is starting to get just slightly colder out here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Here's the pitch. It'll be ball two. Reminder, all counts start at 1-1.
Well, you did question my pullover choice today.
That's a big hit that goes towards the right side of the field. That one will drop in, as that's going to be a throw to third. They'll beat it out, but there's no catch. Runners at second and third now for Alpha Z.
Well, a heck of a play there to even have a chance. The throw came in a good spot, just caught the edge of the third baseman's glove there and bounced under.
Carly Het back up the plate now for Alpha Z as she takes a hack. This one out towards left field. Nearly clears the fence. 2 will come across for Alpha Z. 22-14 will be your score, and this one might be 23-14, and yes, it will. A great hack from number 30, Carly Het, to make it 23-14.
Well, picking up right where they left off last inning, just quite a few home runs, really. That's what has been the big damage doer for Alpha Z Delta this evening.
And you talked about it in the previous inning. They're doing it with 2 outs. You did not need to flinch at that, kid. You could have caught that.
I could have, maybe.
This bar is in the way.
Dangerous job there, the catcher and the umpire. No, not a lot of padding back there on a foul tip. We haven't seen any tonight, though.
We have not here in the top of the fifth. This one falls inside. 3-2's the count. 2 outs on the board. Alpha Z have already scored 3 with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Well, the catcher's certainly getting her fill of cardio in tonight, having to chase the ball to the fence a couple of times.
This one will be strike 3, and that ends the inning. We'll be back with more action after this short break. A reminder, folks, Alpha Z leads 23-14 here in the top of the fifth. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. That is strike number 1, getting this inning started off with a heater. We have just found out there is a mercy rule. It is 15 after 3 and 10 after 5. So all Alpha Z needs is one more run.
Well, puts a lot more weight on what we saw last inning. Their chance to actually walk it off, or excuse me, put themselves in a position to lead. Chi Omega, the home team, would have a chance to bat.
Again, folks, here in the bottom of the 5th, Alpha Z leading by a football score, 23-14. If you've missed it so far, it's been all offense all day. As this one's hit hard into left field. That's going to go through the glove of number 6, Emily White, as this one could be more than just a double. She goes to third. Here's the throw into home. Cut off again. This one is going to be a score for number 5, Emily Allen. Makes it 23-15. She does not want this thing to be mercied.
Well, there was no hesitation from her when she came around second. I thought she was going to come home. No hesitation coming around third base there. She wanted the run. Oh!
Big hit now over to left field. This one dropped by the center fielder. And that's going to go across. And Chi Omega has a real opportunity here to continue the run. Here's the pitch. That one's just a little bit too high. 2-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. 2-2's your count. Still 0 outs here for Chi. Here's the pitch, and it'll fall just a little bit too high. Full count now.
Bit of a grimace there from the Alpha Z pitcher, but the right call.
That one will fall outside, and now Chi runners on second and first with 0 outs. You know, the last time we called one of these not softball championships, but sorority championships, had a surprise guest. As here's the pitch, it'll fall just inside. 1-2's your count. But Dylan Cardwell, of course, joining us for the Auburn intramural basketball championships of the sorority variant, as this one will fall just inside for strike number 3. Elizabeth Katz, the captain of that Chi Omega team, is sat down. Of course, if you want to view any of those games or the Auburn lacrosse games, view it right here on the WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. I'm getting this plug in. That one swung on and missed. 1-2 is now your count with 2 outs.
You never know what you're going to get. You got to watch start to finish here on the WEGL YouTube.
That one will hit the plate. 2-2's now your count.
Quite literally any sport you could want.
We don't do rugby. I tried to get rugby freshman year, but it ended up working out. 3-2. Strike 3. That's going to end the bottom of the 5th, and we'll be back with 6 inning action after this. Alpha Z will look to end this one if they can get 2 more runs. You hit the table and you knocked me to hit Laxcam 1 before I was ready, Carson.
Well, excuse me, but
that one's a hard hit
be
ball
back early.
into left field. Chi Omega is going to start this one off on the back foot after number 10, Alina Phillips, hammers one to left for a double.
Look at that. Everything happens for a reason. We had to be ready to go. First pitch swinging there for Alpha Z. Alpha Z?
Out. Savannah Shoemaker hits this one up to right field. That one's going to be dropped as Alpha Z will have runners at the corners with no outs. 2 runs will make it a 10-point lead for Alpha Z.
Really crucial to get some outs here. That potential winning run stands on first. Of course, Kaio will have a shot as the home team to put some on the board in the bottom of the 6th, but Alpha Z looking to end it here.
2-1 is your score. That's going to be hit hard towards the third baseman. This one's picked up, and they're just going to hold on to it so that nobody scores from third.
Nobody. Well, I think probably the right play there, as confusing as it looked in real time. If we slow down, a potential errant throw there could have led to the winning run coming across the plate.
He'll tack it up to plate now for Alpha Z. 2-1 count. This one's out, chopped out in front of home plate, and they'll call it foul. It'll be a 2-2 count. You know, if you wanted to explain these things in more detail, Carson, we actually have the capability for you to draw on the screen.
Do we really?
No, we don't.
Oh, well, see, now that's just mean.
I'll try to figure out this summer, Carson, for you.
That would be awesome. If we could get that for next season's intramural championships, it'd be fantastic.
That would be electric. That'll be
Diagnose
strike 3, and that is the second out of the top of the 6th.
My nickname is Tony Romo. I will say that.
I don't even want to ask how you got that.
I did not. I just made it up. My nickname is Clyde.
Clyde.
Clyde is
Bonnie and Clyde.
The orangutan that acted in a movie with Clint Eastwood.
That ball's hit hard, and that's going to be caught at shortstop, and that's going to be 3 outs. This one will end on a fly-out double play. Alpha Z is unable to add 2 runs to make it 10-run, and we'll move on to the bottom of the 6th here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Hello and welcome back to the Auburn Sportsplex. Alpha Z leads 23-15 over Kaio. My name's Noah Phillips, and I'm joined by Clyde.
Clyde, indeed, my nickname, named after the orangutan from the movie with Clint Eastwood, named Every Which Way.
That does not sound like a real movie. This one hit hard back towards the pitcher. This one's picked up, and that's going to be safe at the line. Bang, bang play. Holly Robertson beats it out.
Well, bang, bang play indeed, but a great call from our umpire.
Getting himself in a position where he has the best chance at seeing that. I'm sure he learned that when he signed up to umpire at the Auburn Rec.
That he probably did.
Which you can do if you would like to umpire.
If you're an Auburn student, this one right back to the pitcher. That's an out, and that's going to be out number 2. Double play there. A put out from the pitcher, number 10, Elena Phillips, as she tosses it over to number 1, Savannah Shoemaker. And just like that, already 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 count. Pitch is up. Swung hard, hit hard towards the third baseman. This one will get through. This one's thrown in. Back towards second base now. The tag is late. Great job there from number 15, Kylie Bell, to take matters into her own hands.
Did she just slide on turf wearing a skirt? I believe she did. That is a very bold play. Clearly,
people care, man.
Cannot question her desire to win this game.
Hit hard towards left field. This one's going to be in the air for a minute. That's going to be caught at left field. Bobbled it, but she caught it. 23-15 here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll have the 7th inning when we get back here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Here's your first pitch, and it'll be inside for strike number 2. Check the Elwood scoreboard. Still tied at 1 in the top of the 5th. Auburn and Kentucky. Auburn needs that win to potentially move up the rankings as they currently sit next to last in the SEC.
It would be real nice if they could avoid that 12-13 play-in game on Tuesday night, May 7th.
2-2. This one goes towards the first baseman. It's going to be caught. Nobody's covering. And it'll be runners at first here in the top of the 7th for Alpha Z.
Be able to catch all the Auburn games in the SEC tournament here in Auburn and on WEGL 91.1 FM. All being broadcast. Noah or I will be back in the studio for them.
Most likely, yes, that is what it's looking at. Big series this weekend for Auburn softball as they take on Ole Miss. And then next week, the season finale. This one's up in the air. That one will get past the first baseman. Runners now at second and third. That one's a long throw to second base. Cannot be caught either way. They will keep them at third and second.
Well, difference maker that I've noticed here is the Alpha Z Delta use of a third base coach. They've switched off as needed. Just a player over there at third, keeping an eye on the ball for him, for the base runners, and clearly it's panned out well for him.
Here's the pitch. Swung hard out towards left field. This one will get down, and at least one will come across the plate. That looks like they will keep the runner at third, but either way, 24-15 is now your score. Alpha Z leads. Kimberly Prater up at the plate now. Not plate. Whatever I tried to say was wrong. 1-1.
That's a lot of P's for one sentence.
Indeed it is, but I'm pushing P, as they said 2 years ago.
Oh, is
1-2's your count. Here's the pitch. Just outside. 2-2.
Finally the Coyotes catcher not having to
Chase a pitch. Finally gets one that doesn't bounce in front of the plate.
Coyotes.
Oh.
Pitches that one inside.
Good dig there.
3-2 is now your count.
Well, just a reminder, we have 4 more games after the conclusion of this one. Both a small frat, men's large frat, and co-rec, as well as men's independent, I believe.
That'll be ball 4, as we'll take your base. Oh, that one's hit hard out towards right field. That's going to be caught by the first baseman. That'll be 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Next game coming up will be the softball small frat championship between Delta Chi and Alpha Gamma Rho.
Rho, not a Greek letter I was familiar with before about 5 minutes ago. I was informed of the 2 competitors.
Indeed, I don't know any of them, Carson. Then, of course, the large frat game will be Farmhouse and Phi Sigma Kappa. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 3. And then, of course, we'll have the men's independent and co-rec games. Men's independent will be the master batters and the party team. That one's hit hard towards left field, picked up by the third baseman. That's going to be a throw home, and it cannot be caught. Alpha Z will score another one. 25-15 is your score. They lead by 10. Like I said, the men's independent will be the penultimate game. Master batters versus party team. And the co-rec main event, as they might say, will be the Ball Busters versus the Gritty Committee. Now, folks, I have been the sports director for what has basically been 2 years here at WEGL, and I've always had the pristine honor of creating logos for these teams. I think I have topped all the ones I've made in the past. As there's going to be a pitch that's swung on and not hit. That'll be strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Alpha Z leads by 10, 25-15 here in the top half of the 7th. Let me fix the scoreboard, guys. 1-2 now the count. 2-1's now the count. Here's the pitch. Swung hard and missed. Came out of her shoes was number 63, Danielle Tackett.
Wearing cleats, too, one of the few players we've seen make that choice. I see a few of the small frat competitors carrying around cleats, but certainly could play to her advantage.
Swung hard and missed. That'll be out number 3 for the top half of the 7th. Alpha Z leads 25-15. Io needs 10 to force extra innings. Don't go anywhere. We'll have bottom of the 7th action here when we come back on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside. That one's going to hit the plate for ball number 2. That umpire has a cannon on him, folks.
They really rushed us back there from commercial break.
They did indeed. Alpha Z looking to put this one to bed.
Certainly will be bringing in a little bit less in ad revenue this game.
Alpha Z makes that pitch 2-2. Now your count. Excuse me, full count. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Kaio will have the free base. That's number 5, Emily Allen with the walk.
Well, Ainsley here at the plate, I believe, has reached in all of her at-bats. Time called. The umpire was not actually behind the plate when that pitch was thrown, taking care of a bat that was in the way. So I think 1-1, the count will stay.
Here's the pitch. That'll be strike 2. 1-2 count. Alpha Z needs 3 more outs to send this one home. That'll be a ball. Maybe put the leg up, maybe move it inside just a little bit, trying to generate contact.
Well,
we're trying to generate content. 2-2's your count. 0 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung hard out towards right field. This one is going to get down in foul territory. That'll be an out.
Throws the bat. The first plate appearance where she will not reach base this game. Certainly been a catalyst for this Kaio offense that has kind of stalled out since about the 4th inning.
1-1's your count for Olivia Furman. This pitch is up, and it's swung hard back towards the pitcher. That'll be 1 out, and they'll have somebody at second with 2 outs. Kaio, 1 out remaining before they take home second, and Alpha Z will take home a coveted intramural shirt. Do want to shout out Eagle Eye TV here in the bottom of the 7th. They've done all the fantastic camera work you've seen. This one back towards the pitcher, and that'll be out number 3. Alpha Z wins our first game of the night, and they take home the coveted T-shirt. Folks, in just a few seconds, we're going to end this stream, and we'll have to restart with the Small Frat Championships. These games are supposed to last 1 hour. That one lasted 1 hour and 23 minutes. For Carson Meyer and myself, Noah Phillips, thank you for watching. We'll be right back here on WEGL's YouTube in just a moment.